Okay, let's see some example for the speed and velocity or average speed and velocity. So here they said that a man walk 7 kilometer in 2 hour and 2 kilometer in 1 hour in the same direction. So here, what does it mean? We will draw this one in the form of figure. Now the man start the walking. If he covered 7 kilometer, mean this one, he take the time 2 hours. Again, for maybe he stop or like something. So again he continues his motion for up to 2 kilometer, and he finished this 2 kilometer in 1 hour. So they asked the question, what is the man average speed in the whole journey? Whole journey mean from this point to this point, and what is the main average velocity for the whole journey? First here we will calculate the distance. Like the total distance is how much? Total distance is equal to first 7 kilometer plus 2 kilometers. So the total distance is 9 kilometer, and total time 2 hour plus 1 hour. So we can say this is if we add this two, this is 3 hour. So now we will find the average speed, which is equal to total distance divided by total time. Now the total distance is 9 kilometer divided by total time is how much? 3 hours. So now the total or average speed is 3 kilometer per hour. So now how can we find the velocity? For the velocity, we can also use the same procedure. Displacement. The first one is total displacement, 7 kilometer plus 2 kilometer, and total time is also 2 hour plus 1 hour. So the total time is 3 hour. So we can use the formula for average velocity. AVG is equal to displacement, displacement divided by total time. So this is equal to 9 kilometer per 3 hour, which is equal to 3 km per hour. Now if we see this example, the average velocity is also 3 kilometer per hour, and the average speed is also 3 kilometer per hour. Both are same. Remember one thing, if the direction is same, I mean there will no direction change in direction. So in that case the average speed and average velocity must be same. But if their direction is opposite or different, we will see the next example. So there must be a difference between the average speed and average velocity. Let's see the another example here. Like in this example, a man walks 7 kilometer toward east, like toward east 7 kilometer for 2 hour, and then 2.5 kilometer to east. Like he stopped here and then he turned back, and he covered 2.5 kilometer for 1 hour. So how can we solve? Total distance is equal to 7 kilometer plus 2.5 kilometer. So this is equal to 9.5 kilometer, and total time, calculate the time, which is equal to 2 hour plus 1 hour. This is equal to 3 hour. So now average speed is equal to 9.5 divided by 3 hour. So this is the average speed of this person. Now here the direction is opposite, so the value must be difference. The average speed and average velocity must be different. Like how? Displacement, we can say 7 kilometer toward east, but if he turn back, so we will minus this value because of the vector, so this will be equal to 2.5 kilometers. So the displacement is equal to, if we minus this one, I think this will be 4.5 kilometer, and the time or total time is equal to 3 hours. So we can now use the average velocity formula. So average velocity will be equal to displacement divided by total time. So the displacement is 4.5 and the time is 3 hour. So look at here, here is 9.5 and here is 4.5. So now if the direction is changed, so the value of the average speed and average velocity must be different. But if the direction is same, there is no change, so the value of the average speed and average velocity must be same. Okay, student, now in the previous example we saw the same direction in opposite direction. Now the direction is not same and not opposite in this question. So let's see, this is the third this is the third situation that we can find the average speed and average velocity. Now John is a person, he draw south 120 kilometer at 60 kilometer per hour. Like towards south, John is a person, he draw like this one, 120 kilometer with a speed of 60 kilometer per hour. Then he stop here and draw the line 150 kilometer. Total distance of this side is 50 kilometer with the speed of 50 kilometer per hour. Now the problem here is that the speed and the distance is given, but the time is not given. For that purpose, we must first we find the answer. First we find the time for this, and then we find the average speed and average velocity. Let's see in the next page. I done some calculation from the beginning. So average speed, you know, the total distance divided by total time. So the speed is given here in the last pages. The speed is 60 kilometer divided by hour. This is the speed is given. And the next one, the total distance towards south, that was 120 kilometer. So the time is not given, so we will find the time here. Like let's suppose towards south, I denote the time with t1, so multiply t1 with both sides like this, so this will be cancel. So now t1 60 kilometer divided by hour, which is equal to 120 kilometer. Toward which side? Towards south. Now we will find the time for south side. So now after this, divide both sides by 60 kilometer per hour and 60 kilometer per hour. So this will be cancelled and T1 will be equal to 120 km divided by 60 km per hour. If we do the calculation, so this T1 is equal to 2 hour. Same procedure we can use for the south side, for the east side. The east side total distance 150 with the speed of 50 km per hour. So if we do the same procedure here, So T2 will be equal to 3 hour. Now putting the value for the total distance and total displacement. So total distance here, total distance here 120 plus 150, and the total time that we find that time was 2 hour plus 3 hour. So this is equal to 270 divided by 5 hour. So the answer is 54 kilometer per hour. This is the answer for average speed. Now how can we find the velocity? Okay, next one, like how can we find the average velocity, like displacement over total time. Let's see the example here. On the next page we will do the calculation. So the time we already find, so the time is 5 hour from A point to C point. We can say this is the start point, this is the finish point. Now if we see here, AB side was how much distance? 120 kilometer. BC side 150 kilometer. Now this side is unknown, AC side. So to find the AC side we will use the Pythagorean theorem. So like AC square is equal to, this side is equal to AB square plus BC square. Now the AB square is 120 and this one is 150. So if we find the square, so this one is 1400, 400, and this one is 22,500. If we add these two values, so the addition of these two, 36,900, and if we find the square root of this value, so this is equal to 192 point something. So now we will use this value for the displacement, like AC show the displacement here, and the total time was given. Already we find the time was 2 hour plus 3 hours, so this mean 5 hour. So now use this value on the previous page. So the displacement is equal to 192 point something and the time is 5 hour. So if we calculate this value, so this will show the or give the average velocity. Okay student, so inshallah in next video we will talk about the instantaneous velocity and also some graphs of the velocity, speed and so on. If you have any question, so you can ask. Thank you so much.